So I'm Justin Lauer. I'm an SE at Tintri. I cover the entire central time zone in the Ohio Valley. You can follow me on Twitter at Justin_Lauer. And I don't have a blog yet, so Twitter's probably the best place to catch me. There's a lot of things I'm excited about this year. Number one is Tintri is our first year after coming out of stealth mode on the floor, so we're getting a lot of interesting feedback. The booth has been constant people in and out, but my favorite thing about VMworld every year is new vendors who are kind of popping up, but guys who haven't been here before, and all the future sessions that VMware has. So pretty much when I attend the sessions, I'm looking for the ones that are futures related. Partly because I think it kind of gives a hint at what the direction, what the next thing around the corner is. So those are typically what I go after. I think this year on the showroom floor, we've seen a lot of companies who are developing flash-centric or flash specific storage. We've also seen a lot of things that are coming out where it's more VM-centric and it's more about managing or visibility or metrics at a per VM level. Those are sort of the stories that I'm most interested in finding out about. So when I'm out on the floor talking to new vendors, those are the things that I'm looking for. So this is a big year for Tintri, right? It's our first year at the show, that's one, but we also saved a couple of real big announcements for this week. The biggest one is announcing our next generation product, which is our HA dual controller architecture. The customer community's been clamoring for this for a while, so we're glad to be able to demo it, show it. It's in the booth, you can actually see the appliance there. We're also announcing end-to-end latency support, so being able to track latency through the entire stack, hypervisor, network, storage, and show that at a per VM and a per VMDK level. The other thing we're announcing is auto alignment of guest OSs. So basically, you can throw a VM on our storage and it will automatically detect if that OS is aligned properly or not. And if it's not, we'll remedy that situation. And basically, it's about giving some extra performance back to the VMs that are misaligned. So those are our three big announcements. We have all of our SEs and engineers in the booth. Our founder, Kieran Hardy's been there kind of meeting the customer community. It's been a great first couple of days at VMworld for us this year. So for the customer community that is unaware of Tintri or is looking into trying Tintri, I'd say the number one thing that really is attractive is that it's kind of a new way of looking at storage for the virtualization environment. So if we forget about the sort of legacy way of doing things with LUNs and RAID groups and volumes and realize that for years we've been managing everything in vCenter at the per VM level, but kind of ignoring that type of management underneath from the hypervisor down. That's sort of the first thing that you're going to notice with Tintri is our per VM management and our per VM way of doing things. It's a much more simplistic approach. It makes much more sense to the virtualization admin. So that's one. The second one is probably performance. We're flash and hybrid disk systems, so we're flash and spinning media. It's a great story around dollar per VM density and really a small footprint, right? So 4 and 3U appliances giving huge 50,000, 70,000 IOP performance. So it's a simplistic approach with this per VM management. It's a performance approach with the hybrid flash. And it's really just a different way of looking at managing storage. It's sort of storage that's meant for the virtualization admin to allow it to be simple and easy to manage and flexible. And it's also storage that gives visibility to the storage admin who didn't really have visibility into the per VM level statistics. In the end, it's really there to help customers virtualize more, virtualize faster, and get some insight into what they already have virtualized. So if you want to learn more about Tintri, really, I'd say the best thing is contact me on Twitter, go to our website, find us at the booth here. If you're at VMworld this year, next year, we're going to be at some coming up VMUGs. So we're going to be at the VMUG conference in Chicago. We're going to be at the VMUG conference in Madison, Wisconsin, and in Kansas City, Missouri. So we'll be hitting the road doing VMUG tour. For customers, it's actually pretty easy to get their hands on one of these things. As long as there's an initiative that you have that kind of ties into a need for storage, we're pretty flexible on letting the customers do proof of concepts and actually get their hands dirty with things. So yeah, we try to be easy to work with. It's kind of part of our core story.